Hello, Polly's Best for UK here, and welcome to today's Game of Day video. Now it's a new month, it's a new system, it's time for Game of Day, so it's 3DO Game of Day. Now you will notice that on my channel that I have covered 3DO games before, and you might find some games I've already covered. I'll try and give a different perspective on the 3DO games, as there wasn't that many 3DO games. So if you do see any duplicates, I am aware that I've done the game before. So yep, so chose 3DO. I looked at the poll at 6 o'clock and yep, 3DO was on top. I have had a look more recently on the poll and MSX was on top, but that was after the 6 PM sort of deadline I set. So I will do MSX next month in October. So this is Doom on the Panasonic 3DO. So let's have a look at this one. So this is 1995 ID software. Now one thing I do notice about this version, it's got some epic music. That's probably coming from Red Book Audio, from the audio CD part of the CD. The Panasonic 3DO was a CD based system. So let's start the game and let's see what we got here. See if I can work out how to start it. So you can actually choose what level you start on. Okay, so I'm going to go for level 1 and I'm a wimp. So let's have a look at this. So we'll just wait for the game to come on. Okay, so this is Doom on the Panasonic 3DO, and yeah, it's not the most impressive port of the game, to be honest. I'm sure the Panasonic 3DO can do a lot better than this. It wasn't a bad system, to be honest. But yeah, this is pretty slow. The frame rate isn't great. The music's awesome though. I like the music. I would love to add this music to the PC version, maybe. So yeah, the music's good. Frame rate's choppy, slow. It's especially slow as you turn left and right. See how slow it moves. Plenty of textures here. It's not like the Super Nintendo version where you're losing the seeding and textures and stuff. It's got all the textures, but it's just a shame it runs so slow. So that's a pause button. Okay. Right, well, the doors open pretty slow. Have some of that. Yep, so all in all, not too impressive on the first look. I mean, it is Doom. If this is all you had, then you might have been happy with it back in the day, because it's comparable to maybe a slow 486, like a 486 33 megahertz or something like that, maybe. Yeah, you've got quite a small screen size, and I don't think you can actually change the screen size on it as well. I think they've locked it as that position because that's the most optimum they sort of done on it. I think there's a story behind this port. The developer was rushed or something to try and get it done on time or something by the company. I'm not quite sure what the story was, but I know there's some sort of story about this version. Well, so let's go and exit here. Wrong button. So all my Panasonic 3DO games I'm going to be running through an emulator called 4DO. That's on Windows. I'm not sure if it's on macOS. I didn't look at that part, but yep. So that's how I'm going to be running the 3DO emulation. I haven't got, sadly, a Panasonic 3DO. I used to have one. I used to have one of the flat models, the real ones, whatever it was called, FZ1 or something like that. But sadly, the laser died, and before retro became a thing, I threw it in the bin, which I should not have definitely done. It's one of my regrets. But retro wasn't a thing back then, so it was basically worthless. Like this is like, we're talking like 1999, 2000 maybe. They go for quite a lot of money these days, so I really wish I hadn't done that, because I'm sure I would have been able to fix a laser later on. But yeah, or even replaced it by a SD sort of device or something along them lines, if one thing such does exist. So yeah, that's my story on the Panasonic 3DO. If you've got a 3DO yourself, let me know in the comments which one you've got, and I'm always happy to read about that. But yeah, this is Doom anyway. So yeah, not the most polished version of the game, to be honest. It's quite slow. The screen size is terrible. I bet if you increase the screen, if there was a way of increasing the screen size, it would be even a lot slower. So that's probably what to do. One good thing about this version I do like is the music. It's like a instrumental version of the classic MIDI sort of style music that you would have had on a PC. Okay, so let's shoot this baddie here. Have some of that. It's better than nothing. I mean, at least it's playable just about. If you can ignore the sort of slow frame rate, it's pretty playable in that respect. Like I said, it reminds me like maybe a slow 486 with a vintage ISA graphics card with now cache mem, something like that. That's sort of what it plays like. Right, so it's going really slow as it went descended down that lift there. Watch out for this ghost or whatever it is, this sort of zombie sort of creature. And get this switch here. So there are various switches dotted about the map. Okay, so let's press this switch here and it should open the door. It can be quite dark as well, challenging to see where you're going on this version. I mean, you probably can turn the brightness up somewhere, or you can on your monitor obviously, or the gamma. Right, okay, so let's go through this door here. I think this is the exit. There we go. So nuclear plant is finished. So we're entering a toxin refinery now. When it loads. Yeah, the music's one good point about this version. He's happy he's got his shotgun. Right. Okay. So let's quick look at Doom. I think I've looked at this game last year as well in May. Because I have covered 3DO games before. And yeah. I'm running out of systems to sort of do reviews on because I've done that many Game of Day videos now. It's getting harder to think of unique and obscure systems. But yep, so that was Doom. Let me know if you've got any suggestions on what other games to try out, and I will try and facilitate that as best as I can. So I'm going to give this one 6 out of 10 because of the slow frame rate and the poor screen size, but I do like the music. Music's epic. So I'd like to thank you for watching.